Have you ever tried to start investing only to get hit with words like MERS, NAV, or currency conversion fee, and thought, ah yes, the universe does not want me to be wealthy. I shall Uber Eats again. Well, you're not alone. Here's the problem. Most Canadians keep their money in old school banks. And those banks, they're quietly draining your wealth through fees and low interest. The average Canadian bank charges $15 to $30 per month just for a checking account. Meanwhile, in 2024, companies like Wealthsimple passed 3 million Canadians using their platform because people are literally fleeing the banking dinosaurs. Today, I'm going to give you a simple 5-step system to choose an investing app and a little bonus tip at the end, even if you're entirely brand new to investing. At the end, I'll also show you the one I personally use and why, and how I would start investing if I was a complete noob at it. Cool? All right, cool. Let's jump into it. Step number 1, make sure there's security and regulations. If the app isn't regulated, you're not investing. You're gambling with a little bit of extra paperwork. In Canada, you're going to want to look for these 3 things. IROC regulated means the brokerage has to follow strict guidelines and standards. The CIPF protection, it covers up to $1 million per account type if the brokerage fails. So if they vanish, you're covered up to $1 million. And 2-factor authentication, because cybercrime is basically a side hustle now. So protect yourself. Old banks love to say things like, your money is safe with us. Yeah, and my gym membership will cancel itself. Okay, honestly, I've actually just been a victim of fraud, and it was with a major bank. So maybe I'm a little bit scorned when I wrote this video, but I'm doing it anyway. Tip number 2 is the fees, aka the silent wealth assassin. Fees are like mosquitoes. They're tiny, relentless, and somehow they always bite you through your long sleeve sweaters. Here's a brutal stat. A 2% investing fee over 30 years can eat up half of your investment returns. Half! Traditional banks will say, we manage your investment for a small fee. And by a small fee, we mean 2%. You need to look for fees, that acronym from earlier, MERS, M-E-R, around 0.2 to 0.3%. Let me translate that into millennial terms. Old banks give us 2% for existing. New banks will charge you less, so you could actually keep most of your return. You decide. Tip number 3, ease of use. If I need to click 18 menus and solve a riddle from a troll to buy a stock, I'm not interested, I'm out. Choosing an investment app is based on simplicity, clarity, a design that doesn't make you panic sell. All these things are very underrated. Apps that intimidate you, those are ones that you don't want to invest in. Apps that are smooth and clear, they keep you investing consistently. Old banks feel like Windows 98, but with fees. I remember when I first started to invest with a bank, I had to print out paperwork, with a printer, bring it to a bank after filling out all of it, waiting for them to call me. Then I needed to use one of their experts to invest. That's a huge deterrent. If I had to do that today, nah, I'm not doing it. Tip number 4, automation and tools that help you actually invest. If it's automated, I don't have to depend on things like willpower. And that's how I win. Here's a few things to look out for. Does it have the ability to auto invest? So that way it's literally set and forget. Automatically comes into the account, automatically gets invested for you. Does it offer fractional shares? Because some of these stocks out there are very expensive. Some of them are $400 or $500, even thousands of dollars per stock. If you don't have $500 to invest right away, you get deterred and you don't want to buy that stock. But now they should be able to offer things like fractional stocks. So if you don't have $400, you can put $5 towards that stock and you own a piece of it at least. The next thing you want to look out for is scheduled deposits. And the last tip is round-up investing, basically buying a stock with spare change. There are also dividend reinvestments. Some stocks pay back a dividend, like a few dollars here and there. So you want to take those dollars and you don't want to spend them, you want to reinvest them. That's really the biggest cheat code, is the automation. Most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they don't do it consistently. You need something that lets you automate everything. Traditional banks still require paperwork or physically going into a store like it's the 1800s. And tip number 5 is transparency and actual simple language. This is what got me to start investing. If the bank or app is constantly berating you with giant words and acronyms like MER, NAV, ETF, NSDF, blah, blah, blah. I am convinced they want us confused. What percent of people actually know or even care about what these acronyms mean? Like, do you? Do you care? Here are a few questions to ask. Does the app explain what you're investing in? Do you understand why you own it? Does it educate you instead of flexing like unnecessary vocabulary at you? Old banks explain things to you like they get paid per syllable. Listen, I'm not like 100% a big bank hater. They're good for things like storing your emergency fund cash, because you want to be able to access that cash quickly. That's about it. And here's a bonus tip. Tip number 6, which is the incentives and perks, AKA free money. Some banks and apps charge you just to start investing. When has a bank ever said to you, hey, bring us a friend and next month we'll waive the fee? So listen, the 5 or 6 things that I listed out today are the biggest reason why I'm a huge advocate for Wealthsimple. So yeah, they're not sponsoring this video or anything, but Wealthsimple will literally pay you to start investing. They are IROC regulated and CIPF protected. So yes, your money is protected up to $1 million per account type. They also explain investments in like regular people language. And this is what really attracted me to them. I have been using them for years and they have been extremely reliable. I've had no issues. If you sign up using the link in the description and deposit as little as $1, you get $25 to invest. Free. That's it. And full transparency, I would also receive a similar referral bonus. It helps me out more than you know, like genuinely. If you click a link and check out the stuff I got, it helps. The link is in the description. Give them a shot. It's Canada only, by the way. Okay, KG, I'll check it out, but where do I even start? Like, what do I invest in? It's simple, actually, but I need to like reiterate this. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial daddy. I feel uncomfortable saying that. But like genuinely do your own research. But here's a beginner-friendly framework most new investors use. So it's a lazy long-term strategy. Buy broad market ETFs. Simply put, an ETF is like buying the whole market. These ETFs will hold several pieces of individual stocks. The next thing to do is to automate your contributions. This is like the second biggest way you win at investing. Take your emotions out of it entirely and automate a small portion of your pay to go towards these ETFs. And the biggest way you win at investing is to leave it alone and go live your life. Time is your friend here. You don't need 30 stocks. You don't need to become a day trader. You don't need like a caffeine-induced panic attack at 3 a.m. watching like those candlestick charts. Here's a basic TLDR on why Wealthsimple is my investing app of choice. Yeah, here's the simple breakdown of why I've decided to stick with Wealthsimple over the years and why it's my investing app of choice. Okay, if you're still here by the end of this video, you're officially one of the coolest humans on the entire internet. Most people click away the second they hear the word investing. So the fact that you've made it here to the end of the video is elite. You're a different breed. You're probably extremely attractive, definitely financially curious, but seriously, thank you. Small creators like me don't grow because of views. We grow because of people like you who stick around to the end of the video to learn something and keep showing up. If you got any value from today's video, then do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button. It's the freest way to support the channel. Drop a comment, even if it's just like I was here. Watch another video. Here are a couple that YouTube thinks you'll like. Your support makes this channel possible and I appreciate you more than the algorithm does, trust me. And I'll see you next week.